the personality type of this dude to join in on like the battlefield, because we've got the trial, right? This dude joins in for the lulz. He's not in there for anything other than like, yeah, this sounds like a good
Uh,
time.
you're gonna see fantasy and sci-fi kind of turn away from your bigger, more epic novel series and start looking further towards like, the shorter, easier to like
More like a,
digest out.
yeah, more bite-sized,
Yeah.
cheaper. Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think maybe we will see more like novellas being brought on for adaptation. Honestly, I don't hate that. I love adaptations in general. I love knowing what the source material is and then seeing like how it's done, because sometimes you get a master class and like this is how you do it, and sometimes you're like, "Ooh boy, this guy stinks." You know what I mean? Like you never know like how it's going to end up. I do think that A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, though, like just based on the trailer, based on what George R. R. Martin has said, and then based on a few snippets that I've seen from the showrunner, I'm very confident about it. Almost maybe like delusionally confident that it's going to be a banger.
Oh, I think it will be. Honestly, they have real source material to use. Like, because we've talked, like, I'm not going to go on a tangent about how Fire and Blood is not real source material. I think anybody I couldn't even read it. I can't even listen to it. It just immediately lights out. Like, I
It
don't know
is
what it is
very
about that
like sleepy
book,
time tea.
but it was like I'm immediately lights out or I'm immediately distracted. So
It's,
it's
yeah.
not real source material. Dunkin' Egg is real source material and it's very good too.
Yeah.
It's a delightful read. It is a
Ugh.
completely different take on the universe while still like being tethered to the main universe of
It's
everything. Like,
it
I
feels,
love it.
do you know why I love it so much? It feels like a very, like, it feels like a side quest in the most
Yeah.
satisfying way. Like, it's just
Yeah.
this little side quest in a certain period of time, but concrete beginning, middle, and ending. Like,
You know,
very solid the whole way through. And the characters are super dimensional and super like lovable and exciting, or very hateable, like you've got a nice cast
well,
of
yeah.
characters, but
And it's not like it's not in the same settings that we go to over and over again because like honestly a lot of A Song of Ice and Fire takes place, and I mean there's a lot of places to go, but the bulk of it is taking place in these like large areas across the map. It's new areas, new places to take in, people, things. It's a whole different time in the universe, like while again still being accurately tethered to the main universe. I love it. I love it so much. It's actually like it makes me think of Netflix. They put out a prequel for The Witcher called Blood Origin. It was only 4 episodes and it was exceptional. It reminds me of that. It's like prequel, but not necessarily like super direct.
mhm.
Like it's not like a direct highway in, but it gives you like a really good idea of what the landscape looks like before Robert's Rebellion.
Yeah, yeah. And I went through, I was kind of skimming through the book yesterday, and there's so many little moments where I'm just like, ugh, like some of the lines in that book, like, and you know me, like I'm not like such a feeler type person, but I
Oh,
will
those
say
books are
every
adorable.
every once in a while, like you'll get a line where it's just like, oh, that hit so hard. Like I think it's Tansel. People say her name however you want, but when she says all men are fools and all men are knights, and I'm like, yeah. Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
that's a line. That's a line. Oh my God. And then like, oh, like the character of Lionel Baratheon, who like I'm gonna be very vague about it because of spoilers, but like the personality type of this dude to join in on like the battlefield, because we've got the trial, right? We're like, we gotta gather our people. This dude joins in for the lulz. Like, he's not in there for anything other than like, yeah, this sounds like a good
Oh,
time.
the
Like,
Fossaways!
yeah. And then the Fossaway B
I
plot,
love, oh
like
my God, the Fossaway Bleep plot is so good.
like it's just
It's different houses too. Like,
yeah.
we see a lot of different houses than we're used to. Because again, like in the main universe, it's like the big houses are what
Mhm.
we're, nobody spends any time with the Fossaways
You
then.
even you even get some of the like you even get to see like a baby Walder Frey in one of the novellas. And I think
Yeah.
Dunk is like the snot-nosed little bastard, like won't stop crying or something. Like even as like a newborn, he was kind of a he
Don't
was
we
even
get
an
like
awful
some,
baby.
don't we get some background, like some different background on the Targaryen family too in there? I mean, I'm
Yeah,
not saying that that'll be in the show, but like in the books, you also get like some additional backgrounds about the Targaryens and like,
the Blackfires.
yeah, the Blackfires. And then what was the
Yeah.
one guy? Like one eye
Oh, Blood
Blood Raven.
Raven.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like
Yeah.
one eyed Raven, one Blood Raven.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so I love those books. They're so good. I cannot wait for this show.
I'm very excited. I think they're just it's really weird to say something in like a Song of Ice and Fire realm is like, oh, like it's so wholesome, you know? But it
It
really
is.
is. Like it really is. This book is like, I don't know. It feels totally different, but not in a way. It's kind of bizarre to think about in terms of like how different it feels, but how like the same it is. I don't know. I think the biggest problem for me is with it being so short. My biggest fear is I'm going to really love it and it's just going to go by so fast. And we went through that with Murderbot where we loved those episodes, but
They're so good.
they're so good, but they're so short. So it's like you really like get into it and it takes like a couple minutes to like establish the episode and you kind of like get into it. And then right at the point where you're kind of like, okay, you're like in it and then it's over. And so I worry a little bit about just like the satisfaction level of myself when I'm really enjoying something and I want more of it and it just being like so bite sized. But
Yeah.
that's
And
not a
it'll,
bad critique. That's just like, oh, I loved it. I want more.
well, and there's that whole thing where it's going to be 2 years.
Yeah,
It,
unless
like,
they
I mean,
hopefully
unless
it's
they do
quicker.
the second book right back to back, roll them
Mhm.
out. But like this, we're not only at shorter episodes and shows, it's also like, hey, 2 years between them. Possibly we could be looking at 3 years between them kind of thing. And it's like, okay, cool. It just seems like there's some disconnect between clearly how they're making money and what it's costing.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like at least with HBO, anything in the Song of Ice and Fire universe is like the goose that keeps laying the golden egg, you know, like they'll never quit it because it's so profitable. And I'm not saying that I don't think that A Night of the Seven Kingdoms is going to be I don't think I think it's going to be great actually. But I do think that regardless of the I guess like viewer satisfaction of it all, I don't think they're going to be ending anytime soon with George R. R. Martin works.
No, no,
No.
no, they're not going to do that. Not while they can still get money. Like, not while they can still make that one of their flagships universes. They're, like I said, they're kind of giving it the Disney treatment.
Yeah.
You get the rights and then you create. as much content as you can to like leech all the profit you can from it.
Yeah, agreed.